Aloha! Good morning. Today is Tuesday and we are in the month of June. Family! Oh my goodness, what a year has it been. It has been. What a year. Now we are in the midst of protests, riots, looting across the country, the US of A. It is fascinating, truly fascinating to witness this, to scan across the country and see some of the footage of the protests, and some of it looting, some not. Obviously, there's a peaceful intention to bring a dialogue, to shift our ways, not just as police, but as a country as a whole, as this authoritarian style of leadership. Some say fascism. There's this combination of, yes, you could say some fascist, some socialist, some communist, definitely a lot of capitalist, all of them. Yes, it's all present in a divide and conquer strategy. It's all been used. I've used it all. But here we are. Attention is on rights. Attention is on what's right. How do we deserve to be treated? What is the purpose of our police? What is the purpose of law and order? Justice. Is there justice? Did Martin Luther King Jr. and all the different civil rights movements and speakers and all those that have died over all the years, of all cultures, of all types of people, not just African Americans, did they die in vain? Did they go to jail in vain? Did all of that written in our history books, is it something that just, that's it? It's written in history. It's something how we were, we were that way. Or is this something that's still prevalent? This is the discussion. Across the country, the people are in the town hall circles, city centers, and they're calling for discussion, for dialogue. No longer are we in a day and age in which force, war, and captivity, and using weaponry is an option. No longer is that the right thing to do. We're now in a day and age of dialogue and discussion. We're in a consensus paradigm where everyone has a voice, all deserve to be heard, all of our heart's emotions and feelings need release, no matter the color of our skin, no matter the religion, no matter the sexual orientation, no matter rich or poor, no matter any of the different types and walks that we all are. So here we are. I've seen some beautiful examples of peaceful protest. Gandhi and Martin Luther King and many have paved the path and showed the way. And so many are operating by nonviolent communication and methods and practices. There are those outliers, yes, and some could argue that that's important to show how serious this is. Does it really, can you really value a human life against desecration of property and things? Can you really weigh those? Is it really, wrong to really express yourself in such extreme ways? Who knows? It has gotten attention of precincts across the country, and that is important. We know that. And the dialogues are happening. Voices are being heard. There are officers and chiefs of precincts across the country who are kneeling in solidarity with the people. These are community members. So yes, we need restructuring. Yes, we need more consensus-based decision-making, real time, not voting once every year, every 4 years, but voting every day on the things that matter to all of us, to our families, to our communities. Let's call that in. Let's have dialogues, town hall, council style discussions in every city center, in every park. Let's centralize it. Let's focus it in. Every major city right now, there should be dialogues happening with authority figures, police leadership, as well as other leadership as well. We could bring into the conversation the lawyers, the legal system, the court systems. We could bring into the conversation the education system, the teachers. We could bring into the conversation the doctors, the nurses, the health system. We could bring into the conversation those that are building our houses and structures with toxic materials, those that are putting toxins in our food, those that are putting toxins in our water, those that are putting toxins in our air, those that are poisoning our various life forms and killing our various life forms, those that are abusing our children, those that are abusing our fellow beings. We need to bring into these conversations all leaders, all authority figures of all different departments of our societal structures into these town hall council style dialogues and discussions. In every city center, identify a park or a city center in front of a town hall, in front of a government building. In cities like Washington, D.C., it's easier because you can identify the White House, the Capitol building, and these various structures. Even the Washington Monument is a very clear location that could be a gathering place. But every city in our country and in the world, we are gathering and we are calling in dialogue and discussion with all the different leaders of our current structures and systems in all cities. We are calling in this dialogue for all to be heard and for the restructuring of our systems and structures. We would like to vote real time. We would not like to wait a year, 4 years to vote on things that matter. And we want to make sure every person's vote is counted. So this is being called in. There could be a peaceful transition from rioting and looting to only peaceful, consensus-based discussions and dialogues. Real-time discussions, documenting what's been discussed and including our cities in that discussion, putting it online, broadcasting it through lives, and including everybody in the city in the discussion and voting real time, surveying the people. Everyone is invited to be a part of the local process. And if you're not participating in the local process, there may be penalties, there may be opportunities for us to incentivize inclusivity, incentivize all's participation and contribution to the unfoldment. There is opportunities for us to incentivize for sure. And penalize, we will see. We'll see how inactive people are. We'll see how, if they're not participating. We'll see who's really a part of the local communities and cities. We'll see. And we'll see what needs to be done. This is how it happens. It has to be gauged day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. It has to be gauged. Who is participating, who is not? Are the incentives good enough? Are there disincentives to do wrong action, to not participate? We would like every person in every locality to be involved in all decisions that matter to them and their families and their community. And that is the age, the day that we are moving into. Consensus-based democracy. We are a republic. We are all sovereign beings. We are all creators. But we choose to be interdependent. We choose to work together to bring forth communities that serve and a world that serves. I love you all. Thank you so much. And namaste.